You're good at answering questions. You know that, right? You know what we're about to do, right?
Trivia?
Not really trivia,
Oh, God, I'm
but sort of
nervous.
trivia.
Jeez.
But
Do I have to wear my glasses again?
No, because I'll read them to you. But Lisa, this might shock you.
All right.
But we have 2 visitor centers.
Yeah.
And we have a whole team of professional people who answer questions, our visitor center reps and our volunteers. You're going to help me answering real questions from people in a section we call We Get Questions.
All right. Yes.
Let's do it.
Got it.
These are real questions. You haven't even seen these.
I should have worn deodorant today. I'm kind of sweating. Woo!
We're lucky. This is not filmed in smell-o-vision. Okay, here we go. So here's questions. You haven't seen them. And they're ones that we got this week.
Okay.
And or the week prior, because I took a week off. So first question. Hi. We are taking a tour on the Sonoma Valley Wine Trolley. It departs from the Sonoma Plaza at 10 a.m. Where can we park our car so we don't get a parking ticket?
Oh, my goodness. Well, you can park. How long is the tour?
It is longer than so around the plaza, it's 3-hour parking.
Okay.
So, and the tour is about from 10 a.m. to about 5 p.m.
Well, there are several free parking lots in town.
There are, you're
and
right.
They are really easy to find. There's signs everywhere.
You just follow the sign that says parking.
Yes.
With an arrow.
Sign that says parking.
That's easy, right. There's one right behind the barracks, First Street East. Just right behind it.
There's
easy one there.
Yeah.
There's lots of free parking.
Yeah, tons of free parking.
So or you can even park outside the 3-hour limit zone. It's just a block and a half off the plaza.
See, I was going to say that, but I didn't want to upset the neighbors.
Yeah, but I mean, there's some commercial streets you can park
there's
on.
commercial streets. Okay.
And even the neighbors, as long as you're not parking in
People
the
are
driveway.
cool. Everyone in
driveway.
Sonoma is so cool.
We're so
this
mellow.
is like a great town.
Yeah,
we
we're
love
mellow.
our town.
Come on. Okay. Speaking of which, question number 2. Well, it's out of town visitor time. After 10 years, my niece drinks real wine. Her palate has matured, and we can enjoy a variety of whites. I need recommendations to go tasting for first-time relatives who like Moscato.
Who like Moscato?
Which I think is a sweeter. Typically, it's represented as a sweeter grape, but not always.
Well, I think Deerfield Ranch Winery has a Moscato.
I think they do.
They do.
I think you're spot on up in Kenwood.
And I don't know. I don't know who else.
No, I think Deerfield's a great one. I would start there, maybe end there. So good answer.
Start there, maybe end there.
You know what? There might even be a show you can go see while you're there.
Moscato. I mean, do you know any?
It's funny because when I hear Moscato, I often interpret that as people looking for a sweeter wine.
A sweeter wine, yeah.
Usually. And every winery has a sweeter wine,
right.
usually. So unless they're super specific to that grape varietal,
right.
sometimes you have to listen to and infer the meaning versus the question. So that's what I'm getting.
You're better at this than I am.
No. I made a huge mistake 2 weeks ago. People from Wisconsin were here, and they were very interested in Zinfandel. And so I went down and talked to all the great St. Anne's Crossing, right? All the Morgan Peterson's place over there at Bedrock. I went to all the history of Zinfandel and how deep it is in California wine. It's related to the Primitivo grape, and it's really our grape, right? And then when they left, my staffer goes, they were looking for white Zinfandel.
Oh, well.
And for sweet wine. And I said, I'm an idiot. You're right. Of course they were.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I held forth. I was like, let me tell you the history of California Zinfandel, an old vine. Yeah. So I goofed that one up. Anyway, that's good. All right, good job.
Sorry if that happened to you.
That's right. Here's another question. We are coming there from Kankakee, Illinois. Wow. Phone call I got, yeah.
Awesome.
We don't know much about wine. Fine. Just that we like sweeter wines.
Okay.
Do you know anything called Bordeaux wine? What does that mean?
Oh, well, Bordeaux is, you can get it at See's Candy, and it comes in the 1 pound box, and they have sprinkles on top. And Bordeaux is a style of wine.
It is.
And
no, you're right.
What style is it?
So here's the dealio. Bordeaux is a region of France.
Okay.
And because they're French, they're like, we have tradition. Yeah, anyway, that wasn't a sentence.
You know, I should know all of this, and I feel like
Why?
No, because we used to do when we did our podcast before.
Right.
We would, we were always doing like wine trivia, and but you just forget because to be honest, I haven't been into wine lately.
You're surrounded by it. It's surrounded.
It's like I grew up here. I'm
it's
oh my gosh.
Right. You're surrounded by it. So here's the deal.
So tell us more about Bordeaux.
Bordeaux's a region of France.
Okay.
And in this region of France, they would have certain grapes they had to make wine with.
Okay.
For it to be part of their Bordeaux wine.
Okay.
Typically Merlot, Cabernet Franc. I think there's 2 others. Look 'em up.
Merlot, Cabernet Franc, and two others.
Like Petit Bordeaux. I don't know. There's
Okay.
like other ones that have to be in there. And people are going to correct me. And they're like, hey, if you're mad, which just works for my, ranking in SEO, just comment below.
Why don't you ask me what vinology means or meritage or I'm kidding.
They don't ask me that. So my question is, when people ask about Bordeaux and people are saying Bordeaux
tell us about
wines,
Bordeaux.
they're typically talking about a wine blend from the Bordeaux region,
Okay.
which typically uses those varietals of wine.
And who makes good Bordeaux in the valley?
Well, I'm obligated to say everybody.
Everybody. Oh yeah. You're
They
right.
all make great
They all
wines
make great.
here.
But
but almost
really all
everybody
do
makes.
make good
But
wine.
there's good Merlots, there's good Cabernets, and there's good Bordeaux blends out there.
Right.
And I would encourage you with the Sonoma Plaza Tasting Pass to go find one.
I mean, I really do feel that we do have a lot of great wine. I brought friends to all the wineries, and we never had a bad experience. Okay, keep going. Keep
Good.
going
Ready?
at me. Keep going.
These people walked in. This is
Okay.
common, and they
Okay.
said, "Do you have bus schedules?
Oh my gosh.
And where can I find a schedule for the Smart Train?"
Oh wow, the Smart Train. Yeah. Just they have to go down to the airport club. You got to take the Smart Train. We're kind of far from the Smart Train.
We are.
Yeah.
So we'll start with this. Bus
Okay.
schedules, yes, we have.
Yes,
We've
bus
got them at the
schedules.
visitor center. Here, you want it? Take a bus schedule.
Have you taken a bus locally?
Yeah.
I took the bus once. My
Once?
car was in the
So there's a free Sonoma shuttle. There's a 2 loops that leave from the plaza.
okay.
One goes north to the Springs, one goes south to Temelec, and those are loops. There's also, we know all about buses at the visitor center.
I'm gonna go
Right.
on a bus. I'm gonna
You
take
should.
Georgine on a bus.
There's a bus from Kenwood down to here.
That's the one I've
There's a
taken.
bus from Kenwood up to Santa Rosa.
Yes,
You can go
I've
there?
taken that
Okay.
because my car was in the shop and I took the bus. and it
Right.
was really nice.
I mean, so you're right. We are a more rural area, so when you get outside the city of Sonoma, buses aren't as efficient, but there are buses. The Smart Train, can you explain for our listeners what the Smart Train is? Do you know what that is?
I don't really have all the details on the Smart Train. I think you're better at that because you are the director of tourism.
Smart Train is for Sonoma Marin Area Regional Transit, and it's a train.
That's what it stands
Yeah,
for.
that goes from Larkspur, which is in Marin,
Yes.
at the
To
ferry
Cloverdale?
terminal, all the way to Cloverdale. Except
Yeah.
it doesn't yet go to Cloverdale.
Oh, okay.
It's going to go to. It goes right now to the Santa Rosa Airport. It'll stop
Okay.
at Windsor next year.
Okay.
Which is great, and there's stops like in Sonoma County, like Petaluma, Rohnert Park, Cotati, Santa Rosa.
How much is it to get on the Smart Train?
It's free for seniors.
Oh, cool.
And for kids under 17 under.
Oh, nice.
And then for people like us, it depends on your zone. I think $1.25 per zone. It's quite
cool.
affordable.
Oh, very cool.
It's a good way to go around and explore stuff. Petaluma is the closest one to Sonoma.
Okay.
And there is you can take a bus from the Petaluma station to here.
Okay, very
If you
cool.
want, but
That's
you
so
can
fun.
call an Uber or whatever. Yeah, so
that's
you can
awesome.
find that schedule at the visitor center. We also have a Smart Train schedule.
I know.
So
I need to. We keep meaning to take Gigi on the Smart Train. We just haven't had time. So that's cool.
you did a good job.
Keep coming. Keep
Okay,
going.
ready?
I don't know anything.
Actual question from
geez.
Wednesday.
Now I'm so nervous.
No, it's an actual question.
Yeah.
This guy had a hat on,
Okay.
and it said pickleball.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, he asked me a question. I'm like, oh, you need to make sure you ask me this question. His question, in a New York accent. Where is pickleball around Sonoma? I'm visiting from New York City, and I run leagues in Manhattan, and I want to know.
Wow.
And he texted that to 707-996-1090. Where?
This is great news.
Where is pickleball in Sonoma?
Well, there is. There are a couple locations. You can play. The high school, I think, has
Yeah.
not permanent courts, but they are mocked up courts.
Yeah, and I
with
think they have the
lines.
holes in there, so if you get the nets, which I
Yeah.
think you can bring, then you can set up there.
And then the rumor is, I don't know. I'm trying to find out. I'm going to kind of throw you under the bus
it.
right now
Go
because
for
I
it.
called regional parks and they told me to call tourism. So this is kind of funny. So at Maxwell Farms,
Right.
aren't they supposed to be building 6 courts?
I have heard there's
I don't
two
know.
things. There's Larson Park,
Larson Park, but
which is undergoing renovation, I think.
Yeah, Larson Park's a little rickety. It's
is.
doable,
Right.
but it's
And I heard Maxwell Farms, which is including a new pump track and some other new things are being built there now. And I heard pickleball is going in there.
oh, awesome.
I do know, and now we're going inside baseball. They replaced the main trunk sewer line there last year so that they could do everything on top. But first, they had to get rid of all the stuff underneath.
Oh,
So-
for the baseball diamond?
For the entire park. There's
for the
an
entire park.
enormous, massive water pipe underneath
Oh,
it.
my
Now
gosh.
they've done that. They're doing all the other work. And I think pickleball, to bring it back to pickleball, because all
Yes.
things should,
Yes.
I believe they're building courts there.
That'd be amazing. I don't play in Sonoma too often. I mostly play in the Santa Rosa area and
Mm-hmm.
Rohnert Park, but and then I have friends because I'm so amazing with friends with in high places. They have their own courts. God, I'm
Really?
jealous of these
people build their own courts?
Oh yeah, I have several friends.
That's
who
a thing,
have-
huh?
Yeah,
Oh,
crazy.
you don't need a lot of space. Evidently, it's more than 14 feet, but not much.
44,
44 feet.
15
From baseline
and
to
then
baseline.
Yeah, 44 and then
the width?
20 across.
20 across.
So
that's all you need. Well, probably space to run around.
Yeah, and then you
probably like 54 feet.
Place to stand to serve, and
Okay.
so.
So you go around and play pickleball, like you're like this, who was that guy who would go around and hustle people money out of pool? Like
pool
color,
shark?
like a pool shark. Yeah, like
What's
color
his
money
name? Yeah.
Minnesota Fats. You would go around and he'd be like, "Oh, how do you play this game?" And he'd lose the first 2 games, and then he'd throw $20 down, like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll gamble." And then you clean people up from their money. Is that what you're doing,
I'm
Lisa?
like such a pickleball shark. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, it's such a fun sport. But yeah, I'm really excited they're going to bring it to Sonoma.
They should. I would love, and I'm just going to pitch this right now, live on the air, that
Yeah.
we do an event, the wine and pickleball event. We find a place to do it.
Yeah.
So sort of like your Crushers, a comedy thing, which I've heard takes comedians and puts them in wineries. And I hear you're doing another thing up in Santa Rosa.
Yes.
That we do that though in the wine region. People can come here for 2 or 3 days and do some sort of big pickleball event, like maybe like in the spring.
Yeah, we've talked about that. We just got to see our schedules, and it'd be really fun. Yeah, it'd absolutely be so
Find
fun.
the location. I know some hotels are talking about building pickleball courts.
Oh yeah, some hotels have courts,
the
like
DoubleTree.
DoubleTree. You could get a resort pass and buy a couple hours there.
Or you can climb the 30-foot fence. But a resort pass sounds like a lot better idea.
Or I met some friends there, and you're supposed to pay and go into check in. You get your card, to the door, and then you get a chocolate chip cookie. It's an amazing experience.
I do love the chocolate.
It's amazing. And then the woman that runs the place, she's like, "Do you want a couple more?" And I'm like, "Yes." What are you talking about? But then my friend's like stuck her arm through. But she has small hands and just opens it. I'm like, you're gonna get us busted. You know what's going on?
And in Runner Park, you don't want to go to jail down there. They force you to go to Chili's or whatever they Runner Park. Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be fun. I can't wait for Laugh Your Pickleball Off. It's going to be a great time. Mm-hmm. I'm actually going next week to Deerfield to measure out a court on the crush pad.
That'd be fantastic.
But it's going to just be for like industry.
Okay.
Like do industry nights and stuff.
Like how Boleto does for baseball.
Yes, Boleto has their baseball. Yeah. Okay. And so we're excited because the crush pad's huge, and and I have a temporary net that I bring with me everywhere if I'm going somewhere to teach or something.
Is it in the car right now? It's in the back of your Civic. we could have set it up right here.
The back of my Civic. Oh my gosh, what is this? This is so funny. If that would be a Subaru.
Oh, sorry.
Okay? No, I'm joking.
Of course. No, I hope your dog is okay, Lisa. Hope you parked in the shade.
I did bring my fanny pack today. I've got my fanny pack right here.
You're terrible.
No, I don't drive a Subaru, although they're very nice cars. So we're just gonna do. We're gonna run the lines.
Right.
It'll be really fun.
That'll be neat.
Wineries can play against each other, and
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
so maybe after harvest they could have like a league.
Yeah, there is a winery in town. I forget the name. Annaba.
Yeah.
Annaba. They have a court.
They have a court down there too.
That's awesome. I love it.
And if you're a member, you get access to it. You can also reserve it.
Yeah.
And that's it's a cool thing. And they have a pickleball and wine package.
Yeah.
So
like they have that in Napa. Like a friend of mine teaches at a couple places in Napa, and they have packages and stuff.
That's cool. Well, we're getting there.